Slash tires? Sounds a bit extreme. Meg regrets showing Coach Jenny how fast she could run during phys ed class. She saw something she liked, asked Meg to run, and now she wants her to race at the state championships. From a virtual nobody to glorified jock almost overnight. New friends, bitter rivals, and rumors abound. Why Meg? Why does she get a free ticket? She never practiced, sucked up, or took diet pills to keep her weight in check. Why her? What makes her so special? The idea of a free ticket makes Meg laugh. No free ticket for her. She's always loved to run, just not in an organized way. And she's quite certain she put more hours into her passion than anyone else on the team. The team dresses Meg up in a bandit costume with black and white stripes, like a criminal in a silent film. It's so stupid she wants to scream. Two team members argue over the costume and finally decide on dropping the cliché bandit look for a more contemporary supervillain costume. They make a mask and tell her to slash tires near the police station. Then they exchange anxious looks with one another. Sounds less like initiation and more like a way to get her off the team and into a prison cell. Dana gives her a strange look, a dirty look. Seems like she has an upset stomach, gas even. She hates Meg for beating her time and probably wants to see her locked up. The rest of the team thinks up supervillain names for Meg. Street Rusher, Super Blaster, Dare Diva, whatever. They're all stupid. Just choose a name already. Dare Damsel Meg bolts through the streets, stirring up laughter and attention. She feels stupid and scared at the same time, lurking about in her supervillain costume. Meg pushes down her fear, composes herself, focuses her thoughts. If they want a slash tire, they'll get one and more. I'll go straight into the belly of the whale and pull out a rib. She laughs at the image, wonders where it came from, and realizes it's from one of the stories she recently read to her mother to help her fall asleep despite her deteriorating condition. Doctors don't know what she has, and they can't afford the doctors anymore. Don't let your thoughts betray you. Meg pushes her grief out of her mind as pedestrians laugh and point at her costume. I'm going to target the police and set the record of this stupid hazing ritual. Determined, Meg approaches the Colorado police station with her heart beating at a record-breaking speed. She kneels behind a cruiser, hesitates. Her hand trembles involuntarily. She's not used to breaking the law. She takes a deep, calming breath. First time for anything. Then, with a pocket knife, she slashes a tire, yanks a piece of rubber off, and backs away. Before the officers realize what's what, Meg's a bolt of lightning. Her heart's pounding in her throat. Her legs are a blur. The police give chase, but eat her dust. She returns to the team with a piece of slashed rubber and a new team record. A police cruiser. An actual police cruiser. Beat that! The team laughs and jeers, except for Dana, who stares at her with her usual gas face. No one on the team has ever done anything so bold. Welcome to the team, Dare Damsel Meg. Meg is the talk of the school, and she likes it. Coach Jenny tells her she still needs a lot of work in the mechanics of running. She doesn't even know what that means. She's been running in the mountains with her mother for years, and she never had to learn the mechanics of running. Coach says for the next few practices, she needs to improve her confidence on the starting line. Sure, that shouldn't be a problem. Coach spends a lot of time with Meg, and many on the team are beginning to take notice. Dana makes snide remarks in the shadows about Meg's body being disproportional, about Meg having beginner's luck, about how Meg's legs seem disproportional to her torso. Meg ignores her, refuses to dignify her jealousy by responding to it. Dana gets no reaction from Meg as she talks about how her thighs are just a bit too thick for running. Dana gives her that stupid gas face. Meg glares at Dana with a flood of expletives she wants to unleash. You'll eat my dust soon enough, wench! Meg suppresses her anger and smiles politely, thanking the wench for her concern. telling her she's confident her so-called disproportional body and thick thighs will prove advantageous at the championship. Meg begins her long walk home after an exhausting yet exhilarating practice. She holds her lucky piece of tire in her hand, though she doesn't really believe in luck. She hears her mom's voice rattle in her brain. The only luck you get is the luck you make. Yet, the piece of tire kind of looks like a horseshoe. Coincidence? Probably. She admires her lucky slice of tire and starts when she hears a twig snap behind her. Before she realizes what's happening, she's thrust to the ground by a shadowy figure who stomps on her ankle. Terrible pain shoots up her spine, and she screams for help as the shadow bolts away. Meg screams in agony as she desperately scrambles to her feet. As soon as her wounded foot touches the ground, another sharp pain rushes through her like wildfire, and she collapses. She closes her eyes, gathers herself, suppresses her pain, and reaches around for something, anything, to support her weight. A moment later, she grabs a thick, gnarled branch and shrieks as she forces herself to stand. Every step home is like a hammer smashing at her ankle. The doctor tells Meg her foot is fractured in several places and she should probably stay off it until it heals. She shambles out of the office on crutches with her mother by her side. Meg can sense she's worried about her and how she's to settle the bill without insurance. They drive home in silence. "Mom, I'm sorry." Meg breaks the silence. Her mother shakes her head. "Don't apologize, Meg. There's no need for that. I'm just glad you're okay. Could have been a lot worse." Meg nods and replays the assault over and over again in her mind. The push, the kick, the stomping. Nothing about what happened makes sense. The perpetrator didn't mug or try to steal anything from her. Meg's mother breaks the silence and asks if she remembers anything about the man since they spoke to the police. Meg shakes her head. "I'm not even sure it was a man." Meg confides in her mother at the kitchen table. She's convinced Dana arranged for someone to wound her to discourage her from running. Anger overwhelms her and she says things she wouldn't normally say. "I want her dead. I want to crush her like a bug. I want her to burn in fucking hell. I would have won that race." Her mother listens to her without judgment and waits for her to calm down. "You're very upset and I understand, but don't. Don't stoop to her level. Don't let her turn you into what you're not. You want revenge? Best revenge is success. Let her know you're the best, even at your worst, and that will be her worst freckin' hell." Meg narrows her eyes on her mother. Her mother squeezes her hand. "If you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you can't, you can't. Life's battles aren't won with speed and strength, but mind and will." Tears fill Meg's eyes, not because of her mother's advice, but because she knows her mother's days are numbered, and this is probably one of their last be-positive pep talks. Her mother hands over a box she pulls from under the table. Meg lifts the lid to reveal a black dress unlike anything she's ever seen or worn. Before she can say anything, her mother laughs. "Not only will you win, but you'll be the jewel of the after-party." Meg feels a lump growing in her throat. "Don't lose all your strength focusing on the negative." Her mother used to be a competitive tennis player. All Meg heard growing up was stories about Billie Jean King. Meg waits for the listen-to-win pep talk she's heard so many times she's lost count. Her mother relates how she would listen to a radio broadcast of King's game to steer her mind away from fear and negativity. "Fill your brain with success so there's no room for anything else." She's prepared a special mix for Meg on her pod. Meg takes the pod and stares at it a moment. A long moment. Then she leaps across the table and embraces her mother and never wants to let go. Meg listens to a radio broadcast as she enters school, fastest runner ever. The Buckeye Bullet taking the gold at the Olympics despite every mental and physical obstacle leveled against him. She listens to the same broadcast over and over again. Fill your head with wind so there's no room for fear or doubt. Coach approaches Meg as she puts her pod down beside her. I heard a nasty rumor that Dana may have had something to do with your leg, and I've decided to pull her from the race. Meg shakes her head. Please, don't do that. I'm going to beat her, Coach, and I'm going to win. Coach's eyes widen. You're going to do what? You didn't just say you're going to win. You're not actually thinking of running on that foot. Meg hesitates, then lies. Doctor says it's fine and that it's just a little bruised. Coach touches the foot. Meg shrieks. She gives Meg a skeptical look, sighs, says nothing else, and leaves. Dare damsel Meg grabs her pod, raises the volume of the broadcast, and fills her mind with greatness as the Buckeye Bullet makes the dictator eat his dust.